Hello, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back, technologists. Welcome back to the podcast. So, hope you guys are having a great day, great week. And I can't believe Christmas is upon us. Like, Christmas is like 2, 3 weeks away. So, this is crazy considering I have not wrapped anything. So I have barely put up my tree, and all that entails is just I have been such a busy mom doing a lot of things, trying to prepare for my 2025 goals plan and accomplishing this winter arc. So, which is a big challenge that I gave myself this year for the last three months, pushing myself to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish for 2024. So, little housekeeping. If you haven't caught my latest Instagram story, the CT Educator will be live on YouTube in January of 2025. I am so freaking excited about this. So, let me kind of give you a rundown of what I will have on the CT Educator YouTube channel. So, you're going to get all the video portions of the podcast. So you can even listen to the podcast on YouTube. So you will get that and see me live as I record these podcast episodes. Okay. If you're more of a visual person, I'm also going to create lots of content with a lot of how-tos, patient positioning, how to execute different protocols, how to deal with complex exams, and all the things that you need to know as a CT technologist, especially when you're starting out. So, very, very excited, just getting all the technical pieces together because it's going to take me a little bit of time. So that's why I'm bringing you all these episodes to finish out the year, because the last 2 weeks of December, I'm going to get everything up and running so that I have a go live date for you in January. Very super exciting. So I will have the link to that as soon as everything's up and running. So make sure you check out my Instagram page, Instagram stories at the CT Educator for all that good information. Also, I am diving deep into my coaching and mentorship program that I offer. It is $5,000 for 6 months in my community where I coach you and mentor you to be the go-to CT tech. This program is designed for brand new CT techs with 0 to 2 years of experience and that want to go ahead and get in on the basics, get registry ready, and make sure that they execute their core exams correctly. So I'm taking 10 spots. We start right away. So make sure you guys get in on the action. There is a link in the show notes so you can join the program. There are affordable payment plans available. So come get coached by me. Get into this program, you guys. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about the very thing I just discussed is CT protocols, how to navigate them like a pro. Okay. Now, in CT, there are so many protocols that us as technologists have to know, we have to remember, we have to learn, we have to adapt to, especially throughout our career. CT is a very complex modality, and there are a lot of moving parts and a lot of things to learn. So, what I always like to start out with is there are just a lot of things that you have to remember, and I'm going to give you a few strategies in this podcast episode to kind of navigate these like a pro so that you know exactly how to select the correct one, what it does, and how to make sure you get that optimal exam. Okay. We know that there are always new exams that start to get implemented, especially when technology keeps getting more advanced. There's new things coming out, as far as trends, the latest and greatest. It's always a good idea to keep up with the latest and greatest and the latest trends in radiology. And there's a lot of sites online. I know I follow websites online, and especially ASRT and ART. They'll drop, different things. Make sure that you get in on those societies and stay tip top on the latest and greatest, especially in the radiology market, right? Now, as a new technologist, this is a complex task to know all the different types of protocols and how to execute them. Okay. You can't remember every single protocol. in the book, in the scanner, what you've been told. So let me give you some strategies as far as how to navigate this like a pro. Okay. First thing is learn your core exams first. I know I talked about this on a previous episode. Your core exams, your head without, your abdomen and pelvis with oral and IV contrast or IV contrast only, your PE chest. Make sure though you know exactly how to execute those exams correctly, how to patient position correctly, how to administer contrast correctly. Okay. Those are your most common exams that get ordered. That's like your bread and butter in CT. Make sure you know how to execute those properly. Okay. Because they get ordered more in any hospital around the country than anything else. Also, review your department's protocol book and review the protocols that are installed in your CT scanner. This is a very important concept because you want to make sure that whatever is listed on your protocol matches whatever is on the scanner. Can't tell you how many times I have walked into a hospital, looked at the protocol book, and in the protocol on the scanner is completely different. 9 times out of 10, it's because they've updated the protocols, they haven't updated the books, and it kind of throws you off as far as what you're supposed to do. So make sure that it matches and get yourself familiar with the protocol book and those protocols on the scanner as well. The third thing, know how to find your core exams protocols. Know how to find whatever protocol is being asked to do as far as the order that is ordered for the patient. Okay. And also how to find these protocols that you use often on the scanner. Can't tell you how many times we're looking at stuff and, oh, well, it's not here, it's there. Make sure you know exactly where to identify where to look for these things and have a general concept of, okay, this is what this is my core exam, this is how I'm going to execute this. Okay. So there, like I said, there are common things that we do very often. Know how to look for them and know how to select them, know how to execute them. Okay. The fourth thing that I am going to tell you, make sure that you guys have a notebook handy to write these protocols down. If there's certain, incrementations that radiologists like that is not listed in your protocol book, make sure you write this down. You cannot contain all that information in your brain. It is physically and mentally impossible to go ahead and try to remember everything. That's why I encourage new technologists to carry a small notebook around so you can write down things to remember, protocol, patient centering, whatever the case is, make sure you write those down. Okay. Get yourself familiar on how to execute these protocols. Like sit down and look at a protocol, look at all the recons that are required for it, look at all the incrementations, go through your protocol book and say, okay, this is what X, Y, and Z does. This is what they want. This is what needs to be sent to PACS. It should be all listed out there for you. And especially how much contrast, because contrast enhancement is different at every facility. Some facilities might give 70 cc's, some might give 90, some might give 85. It just depends on what your radiologist call for, okay? But I can tell you the ratio of contrast to, however fast your scanner is, especially if you have a 128 or higher, you're going to give less contrast, more saline versus if you have a 64 or lower. Okay. So make sure you get familiar with all that. Writing things down does not make you incompetent. It makes you a smarter tech. So make sure you write things down. Even to this day, I probably show you how many notebooks I've had throughout the whole 22 years that I've been a CT technologist. And even to this day, I still write things down. I really do, because there's protocols that are changing, new things that are getting implemented, different things on how we scan, certain body parts. So make sure you get yourself familiar with that. Okay. We don't expect you to know every single protocol off the top of your head. What I need you to do is learn your core exams, your head without, your abdomen pelvis with, your PE chest. If you can hardwire and nail those common exams down, you can execute any exam out there no matter what, okay? And even progress into more advanced scanning. So, hopefully, this was a helpful episode on how to go ahead and navigate CT protocols like a pro. If you want me to dive in deeper when it comes to these protocols, come join my program and I will coach you for 6 months and you will be the go-to CT tech. Because I do go in depth on how certain protocols are carried out and how to make sure that you center your patients properly so you can get an optimal exam. So if you want to learn more, make sure you click the link in the show notes and come join my program. So that is it for this episode. I hope that these strategies were very, very helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, please send me an email at contact@thecteducator.com. Make sure you share this with a friend, share with another technologist, subscribe to the show because it just helps me create more content that is helpful for you. Okay. Also, follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of educational reels and a lot of good stuff. So, at the CT Educator. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and I will chat with you guys next time.